Hi, I'm Dr. Lisa Oates, talking herbs with Dr. Sue Evans. Now, Sue, I think you taught the people herbal medicine who taught me herbal medicine, and now I teach herbal medicine to others.
Wow. So we have generations.
Generations.
That's right. Yeah, generations of people enjoying, and particularly just looking at this, the image in the middle of the middle image here. Yeah, I love these drawings of Taraxacum, and you can really see the dandelion, dandelion. So the French for tooth of a lion. So the lion's tooth shape of the leaves, or the other French thing, pissenlit, wet the bed. So yeah, which of course reminds us of the action of the leaf. It certainly increases diuresis. So it's great to be incorporated into salads. One of the things I often think about dandelion is that, I mean, the leaves are fantastic. The root, of course, you'll talk about another time, no doubt, with its wonderful action on the liver. But it's the sort of, I often think that the sort of change in consciousness that's required of us, that we stop seeing this as a weed and we stop sticking Roundup or any other weed killer on it. We start valuing it as a really important medicine, is just the sort of consciousness that's required if humans are going to survive on the planet, really. It's such a maligned plant that is so beneficial. So for moving now, I mean, in terms of urinary tract, I mean, this is a diuretic. It doesn't have it's not particularly antiseptic. It's not particularly tropho-restorative, but it will move fluid. Yeah.
And just I know there two sort of common dandelions that we find in Australia. If you're going to be sort of going out, and it's on curbsides and things like that, but how do you differentiate between this dandelion, which we want to eat, want to consume, versus the other commonly found dandelions?
Okay, well, one is the single stalk, so one flower to the stalk. That's a really important thing, because the other, they're not dandelions, but I can't remember the name. The other ones often branch. If it branches, it's not a dandelion. And the other, of course, is this seed head, this wonderful seed head, which I know sometimes in doctrine of signatures, there are particular photos, I've seen particular close-ups of the dandelion head that appears similar to the shape of particular cells, cells particularly in the liver, and so it's like, oh, okay, so what are these? Is this
doctrine of signatures?
Doctrine of signatures, yeah. But of course, because it's such a common weed, then the other thing that we not only do we need to be really clear about plant identification, but also we need to make sure that this plant is as clean as possible, so that it hasn't been laced with weed killer.
So yes, be careful if you are collecting it off the curbside that the council hasn't been through.
Yeah, and also that if there is a curbside, that it's a curbside that's we don't get too many lead fumes, or unleaded petrol these days, but you don't get too many fumes. Yeah.
Or dogs being walked.
That's right. Yes. Yeah.
Thanks, Sue.